So I've been talking about the STEM scholarship that I created in memory of my mom 4 years ago. Be awarding another scholarship coming up this year, so year number 5. And people have asked me like, "Oh, well, how did you make that happen?" People have shared with me that they want to do it. I've given people the information, but kind of to no avail. So I'm gonna continue to push and let people know like there are platforms that you can set these things up on. You can do it independently and distribute that funding if you want to. And again, I know it's tough for people right now in terms of money and cost of living and things like that. So not necessarily speaking directly to anybody who's kind of just not in a place to do it, but for people who are and have expressed interest, I've used a platform called bold.org, bold.org. It's a nonprofit platform, which I really like, where whenever you decide to set up a scholarship or a scholarship fund, you actually get on a call with somebody. This is at least my experience at the time, and go through the process of saying, this is what we want to do. This is kind of the layout of it. This is the amount that I want to make happen for whatever demographic of student, and then you go from there, set it up in terms of a profile. The big thing is that you have to fund it, right? Like, and I'll be kind of blunt in saying, like, I put up my own money for it, for the first year for sure, and then it opened up for donations after the initial funding. But the initial funding of it for me, I set a standard of $1,000. I didn't want it to be anything less than that, because as I've shared in other videos prior to this, the cost of books. When I was a chemistry student in undergraduate, some of the books were $200+. So I figured $1,000, buy 4, maybe 5 books, something like that. At least help somewhere and do that independently, and then from there being able to kind of share the story, share the mission with other people, and invite them in, and then have that platform to where people can donate to it, and there is a tax write-off, right? It is tax deductible 100%, because again, it's a nonprofit 501c3 that's already set up. You can set up your own if you want to, but in my case, I was more so thinking about how do I just get to the impact without having to do all the paperwork, the red tape. Not to say that I won't set up a nonprofit myself at some point in the future, but whenever I wanted to launch, I just wanted to launch. And this was the fastest that's worked for me. It has continued to work, and I'll probably keep on this trajectory. So anybody who's interested in that, you can check it out, bold.org, and also support the Julia Elizabeth Legacy STEM Scholarship Fund and Scholarship at stem1000.com. Peace.